All right, Trevor, this is Wednesday on the steep wall called the West Wall at A Basin. And so let's have a look at your run, and you can see your turn shape and your performance here. Especially gets good right about here from here down. This turn is excellent. You know, everything we're seeing here is what we've been working on, right? We've got that there, that's out there. The counteracting is there enough, plenty enough, and the tipping is really good. So, you know, you've got all of those things going on here that are working. You can see it there again without the arrows in the way. And, you know, there's really nothing I can say about that except it's looking really good. So, and you increase the angles here as you come through the bottom so that you're not having to take a hard hit. And what you didn't do at the top, what you're doing there is you're letting the skis go forward into the new arc while you're tipping. And at the top on your first two, you got a little bit of drift at the top and had to stop the skid a little bit and had to hit a little harder than on this one. And the ones below here, you've got more letting go in the direction of the new turn, as opposed to, you know, having to bear down really hard at the bottom and slow down the skid. So this is a lot more effective this way, with the feet letting go of the feet there in front of you. There you go. That's less of a hit, and you know, really nice lifting of that outside leg and bringing the tip up, which is what all expert skiers do when they release on aggressive turns. And then the pullback brings the tip down, and the tail sometimes comes up, but that's okay if it doesn't. So the only thing that I would see if you could work on is, you notice how you get really good angles down right about here. And here you get a little bit of a long leg, so it takes a while to get the angles that you get here. And now you get a little more bend. So I would be just aware that you don't need to, if you're not straightening the leg, and it doesn't look like you're straightening the leg by pushing on it. So, you know, keeping basically the hip over on this side a little bit longer when you roll in, so that the hip doesn't go into the turn in that direction, which will make the outside leg longer. And it puts some pressure on this foot, on that ski. So, and then you kind of extends the turn down the hill instead of bringing it down into the arc. But by the bottom, you get it right about here. You get right there, you start to get the really good angles. And you can see this is a good knee coming up here. That's a good sign. Now let's see what happens with that knee into this next turn. Does it stay bent? That's what you're concerned about, right? And, you know, getting this one over. Yeah, it gets a little bit longer here. See this? That makes you travel down this way longer rather than traveling this way right away. So there's still a little bit of residual straightening there, but right there, that's really good, right? What I'm seeing, the tipping. This is really good tipping right here. And then let's watch there's a retraction of the old leg, the old stance leg right there, previous stance leg. And then now you've got both knees at the proper amount of flex, and then tipping in, get across without extending. This is where you may just keep that hip a little bit lower. But it gets really well fixed by down at the bottom. And you can see both poles are really in good shape as far as being close to the ground. And this pole is far enough forward and the hand's far enough forward to really hold a good counter facing down the hill. And this pole plant has improved tremendously. That's where it should be rather than the swing that was there before. So that's a great pickup on your part on what we're working on. See, there's that a little bit taller than I would suggest, right here. I know it's the bottom of the run, but, there's a little bit of a tall, extension on that side there. That's the only thing that I can kind of see that I would continue to work on, but you can see by your tracks, all that track is excellent carving most of the way down also. So you go up here. Yep. I think that's mine right there, but you can see let's see that track right there. Yeah. Yeah, when you get a little bit of that lengthening, the tails go out rather than engaging right away. The tail goes out a little bit. You're not displacing it. That's the good thing. So those are the little cues. It's been a good week. You've picked up some really good things on your transitions and upper body relationships. So keep it up. I'm sure Walter will take care of you on that score as well. We'll see you tomorrow morning.